and welcome. This is Sahara playing Dragon Age Insurrection. We are in the Netherlands. We are looking for the 5th catch of the Mage's Surplus, their hidden supplies, and I believe it is... Oh, there's also a primal... I thought I just saw... there's other stuff in here. Primal Red Lyrium. Seeing red. Barrick saw enough Red Lyrium in Kirkwall for one lifetime. Now it's everywhere, and the worst of it sings like the shard that drove his brother mad. Barrick would take... Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we need to destroy it or something? Okay, so I have to figure a way through this barrier. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I can do it. I can keep damaging it. Let me see. Maybe he's got something he can do to it. Can you do Winter's Grasp on it? Okay. Oh, Winter's Grasp actually worked pretty good on that, didn't it? Can we do it again? Oh, okay. He was better at it than I would have been. Cool. All right. So let's see what's in here then. Okay, we got a Drake Stone. Discovered Ash Warrior's Refuge. Oh, we got people coming, or things coming up on us here. Come on, move. Alright, there we go. That is a lesser shade. So let's do this on you. Oops, wrong one. And you're going to attack it. I think we got more in the back there too. Okay. Well, since you're here now, finally, why don't you attack this one? And you do too. Okay. Do we have another one? I'm sure there is, but Cassandra, come up here. Come up this way. There we go. Okay. We have a Drake Stone. I cannot for the life of me get the sound to work out. I don't know why. It's just too low. I have adjusted it, and it just... Okay. So is this where the catch is at? Looks like it should be. Okay, we got... Alright, I'm trying to do my tactical, and it didn't want to work. Okay, so we have got a Rebel Spellbinder. What were you doing in here with, Oh, you've got a big ass book on you too, don't you? Okay, let's get up there and attack you. You're going to attack. You're going to do your long shot on him. That'll work. And you do your frost. Okay, we got another one over here. It's the same one. Okay. They're done. Alright, let's get over here. Yeah, I know we're a little injured. Okay, and they just throw their stuff on the ground. I think I need to change the zoom. Okay. Well, out of the way. I think I do. I'm too... Yeah, hold on. Let me change something back. Display. I believe that's what I had it on. No, what was it? Oh, where was it? Use controls. Yeah, it was this. Okay, let's move it down. See if that makes a difference. Okay, we got Drakestone here. Looks like we got loot up there. So we had a Spellbinder and more Drakestone. And I know we had loot over here. Okay, let's see what he had. He had a Keeper Ice Staff. Ooh. So maybe that's going to be good for Solus since he does the ice. Anybody wearing that one? Enhanced. Do you have any rings? No. Increased ability damage by 30%. Mage only. Yeah, there you go, dude. Now you got Ring of Barrier Protection. Common ring, 5% barrier damage bonus, 5+. Which I suppose I should have given that to you before. Now let's look at your weapon here. Keeper Ice. Ooh. 25 cold damage, barrier damage bonus. Oh yeah, this is gonna be much better for you. I'm sorry. Come on. Mage level 4. You are level 4? Yep, you're level 4. Cool. And I suppose I can get rid of that other one. That one is going away, and I'm going to be running out of money here. Or not money, but room. Is this a... Let's see if this is better for Cassandra, but I think it's two-handed. It doesn't say. Usually a great sword is. 11% armor penetration. We'll see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Takes away her shield. All right. This is going away. Yeah. And probably the shooting staff. Yeah, that's going away too. And I need to get her shield back. There we go. Well, I try to get you better. Okay. Let me see if we can find... Oh, here it is. I found it. Yay!
More supplies for Recruit Whittle.
Okay. Now I need to go back to the main camp. Let them know. Alright, come on. Here we go. And is this delirium? There's Red Lyrium here. In the elements, seeing red. Open the vein, quest completed. Okay. Got one influence. But what do I have to do with it? Do I have to destroy it?
Red Lyrium. Whoever this dwarf was, he was in over his head.
Bianca arms enhanced. Ooh, cool. Destroy. Okay. So how do I destroy it? By fighting it? Okay, maybe you need to do it? Okay. That did it. Is there anything here to pick up? No, that's just my... Okay. But we got next to it, so that can't be good, right? Alright, so now we need to get to the map. And we need to go back to... Galarium. Here. Back to here. In the elements. So, set as active, and it's in the camp. So I should just be able to fast travel there. Merchant, Upper Lake Camp, or is it this one? Outskirts Camp. I think it's Outskirts Camp. Travel. Alright. Traveling. And we got all healed up. Our potions are all restored. Okay. So we need to go to... Alright, I need to put my marker on it. I had it set as... Where is it at? The... landmarks? No, where to go? Construction... Blood Brothers... What was here? Here it is, the elements. Okay, so I have to go over here.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Oh, I can't go that way. I have to go down and down. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, that came to the wrong area. I'm trying to get down to the camp down here. Here we go. Probably the other one would have been closer. Yeah, I know. They all respawned around me. I'm not going to look for resources unless I need them. Okay. Unless they're like right in front of me like this one. Then I'll take it. But I'm not going to go searching around. Because if I need resources like that, I can just go ahead and do it off camera. I love doing that. Alright. Yeah, I suppose I could have come down here. Okay, so I need to go to... the crossroads is where I need it to be. Under protection of the Inquisition. I know that. Okay, he is over here.
And how much did you need?
We got an alpha right there.
Your
These
son?
do respawn, which is cool. Get out of my way!
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay, there's my... Oh, he's the one that was up there in the cave. I think.
What do you need?
Yep, he was. Okay.
Is anything we can do? Just ask.
Here it
Mate,
is,
thank you.
recruit.
If I were back in the city, I could just steal some blankets.
I found some of the apostate supply stores. I can mark the locations for you.
I'll get out there myself with a few men and pick them up. This will keep a lot more refugees alive next time it snows. I appreciate it.
Cool! I got my... I'm bringing... Okay. Quest completed. Power 1.
I've got the refugees bundled up nice and warm.
Alright. So what else do I need to do? Do I need to go back? I've got a lot more quests here. I mean, obviously. But Solus was telling me I needed to go back to Haven, right? I had 1 of 14 quests. Wow. Yeah, I have to do that. So let's go back to Haven, because I have some stuff I need to get done there. I've got 1 of 6 quests. Yeah, yep, so let's go there. Probably do some talking to our party members. I want to do the... I needed to get that wood stand done, which I think is up here. Oh, there's a passing note one. And there's the wood stand. Passing notes, the wood stand. Requisition... Yeah, I need this, so we're going to go ahead and mark that so I can find my way over there. Because then I go through the passing notes is right along the way, I believe. It looks like it is. Okay. But in the interim... Let's go in here. There's a whole bunch of stuff up here now again. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about any of that.
Walk safely, Herald of Andraste.
Thank you, I will. And do we have anything here for... Oh, I got a whole bunch of stuff to sell.
Here, tell Mother Giselle that this is as much as I can spare.
May God bless you.
That's right.
Better.
Mother Giselle ought to be here now. Okay, so let us go ahead and sell our valuables. Wow, I took good care of a lot. I've got 1,700. Nice. Anything to buy? No, I'm not going to worry about it. So where is Mother Giselle at? Okay, this is... Solus is over here. I know that.
Though you had granted them power over the very fade itself,
Oh, he's up
though they
there at
sang
the
hymns of
top.
praise unending, though they could do anything, they destroyed me.
Let's talk to Varric.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
No, I guess he has nothing more to say.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Okay. Anyone else here that I need to speak to? Did I speak to everybody here? Oh, Leliana, I forgot about her.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
So, I think she's having doubts?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Don't ask me. I'm as baffled as you are.
Then we can only guess at what he wants. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Yep, she's starting to doubt. I'm
sorry. Her death has clearly hit you hard.
Not just me. All of us. She was the Divine. She led the faithful. She was the heart. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Why are you telling me this? Well, let me help you.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
Okay, so you have your weaknesses too. Let me speak again? Oh, you're not gonna let me speak again to you.
Butler has stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports.
Well, now we can talk.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
I don't think I have a right to say anything. It's her business. I'll just remain silent.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
She's not the nice person she used to be. Maybe she never was, but she's been tainted a little bit. She was always very innocent.
Reports
and
of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Why do you care about mages?
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did? What of it?
What exactly does the left hand of the Divine do?
A Divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
Why did Justinia have so many enemies?
There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
Yeah, the audio on this is so bad. At certain times, certain conversations come in really clear, and other ones are just muted as all get out. It's a bit shady. You're evading the question.
It sounds like you did some unscrupulous things as the left hand.
Perhaps, but wouldn't you do anything to protect what you love?
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
I noticed too that when they sit and talk to our NPCs, they rock back and forth and move their hands together all the time. It's very, yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
I get what you're saying.
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
I thought there was something else I wanted to ask her there, but it didn't pop up again. What are you doing up on there?
I'm listening.
Why do you care about mages?
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
I agree. You are well connected.
Let's talk about you.
Me?
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I trained to be a spy from a young age. Learned from the best. For a while, I was wildly happy. I loved the thrill of that life, the danger. But nothing lasts forever.
That's for sure.
I went into hiding, and when I emerged, the Divine called on me. She presented me with my own network of spies and said I was the only one she could trust.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
You have a history with the warden who entered the Blight, don't you?
I had the privilege of calling her friend before she died.
I didn't die!
Much duller after that. It still does.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Valrayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
What do you consider a real party?
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
Okay, by small
We can
clothes.
continue this conversation later.
By small clothes,
Where I am.
I'm assuming you're talking about the perils of bard life. I assume she's referring to like the underpants. Okay. Leliana. She has many names. Most know her as Sister Leliana or the Nightingale. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. The spy master Marjolaine trained Leliana from a young age. For years, Leliana was Marjoraine's instrument in the great game of Orlais. While Leliana was devoted to Marjoraine, the reverse was not true. Marjolaine betrayed Leliana and almost succeeded in killing her. Leliana survived the betrayal thanks to revered Mother Dorothea. Following this betrayal, Leliana spent several years in a cloister in Ferelden, hiding from her past. Inspired from revered Mother Dorothea, Leliana dedicated herself to her faith, discovering peace in a simple life of devotion. But when the fifth blight began, she received what she believed a vision from the Maker. This prompted her to leave her sanctuary, taking up arms against the Darkspawn. Several years after the defeat of the archdemon, Leliana received a summons from Dorothea, now Divine Justina V. She returned to Orlais to become an agent of the Sunburst Throne. Justina perished in the explosion that destroyed the Divine Conclave, and Leliana became a founding member and spy master of the new Inquisition. Okay. I was trying to get to... Well, I thought I got all the characters done. Oh, here's one. Josephine. Okay. Seeker Cassandra. Josephine Montelest is a noble from the nation of Antiva. She was educated in Val Royale, where she built connections among the court. Once she finished her schooling at a surprisingly young age, the lady became the official diplomat between King Bogeno of Antiva to Empress Selena of Orlais. The appointment suits her. She is well-traveled, familiar with many forms of etiquette, and by all accounts a skilled negotiator. If that endorsement does not suffice, Josephine is a personal friend. I have faith in her. We require someone both influential and trustworthy to be an ambassador for the Inquisition. You cannot tell me you would prefer to take the job yourself. Sister Leliana. Okay, I should have got rid of them then. No, there's one more? Which one? I don't see any with a star on it. I wanted the... Is it the tails? Maker, have you left... Maker, have you left me here? Temple, sacred ashes, tragic mark upon our land. Skyfall, let darkness rain on thee. Now flee from the dragon's heart. Warring battle-scarred eyes, breach into the fate has come. Demon, please spare my life and our sons. As performed by the bard. These are tales. Once we were in our peace with our lives assured. Once we were not afraid of the dark. Once we sat in our kingdom with hope and pride. Once we ran through the fields with great strides. We held the fade and the demon's flight, so far from our children and from our lives. We held together the fragile sky to keep our way alive. Once we raised up our chalice in victory. Once we sat in the light of our dreams. Once we were in our homeland with a strength and might. Once we were not afraid of the night, as performed by as a bard. Find me still searching for something to feed me. Can you guide me to the revolt inside me? Promise surviving the breach. Promise surviving the breach in the sky. Templar igniting fire inside me. Maker remind me, gone are the days of our peace. Now we reside in the great divide. No promise surviving the breach in the sky. She must be the bard that's in the tavern. I thought it would be that. Maybe it's history is what I was thinking of. You go searching for them and then you can't remember what the name of them was. None of these have been done. A study on the fifth blight. Well, we know about the The Blighted Study on the Fifth Blight, Volume 2. Maybe it was magic? No, we already know about that. It's ghosted upon and I already read that, but it's showing that it hasn't. Red Lyrium, to answer your question, my lord, yes, I have indeed heard of this Red Lyrium of which you speak. A single piece of it surfaced in the eastern city of Kirkwall, and its influence alone was nearly enough to cause the city's destruction. As near as we can determine, it is regular lyrium that has been somehow corrupted. Those who have touched red lyrium, or even come near it, report that it sings to them like whispers in the mind that slowly drive them mad. We do not know, however, what might stem from extended contact with lead lyrium. Madness, surely, but would there be a physical corruption as well? What would happen if a mage or a Templar used red lyrium as they use regular lyrium? Well, that's a terrible thought. Far more disturbing is the fact that lyrium could be corrupted at all. Treat any red lyrium you can encounter as if it were poison. Do not go near it. Do not attempt to destroy it. And most importantly, do not attempt to use it. Well, I just destroyed it. I was going through one of my Let's Plays from Dragon Age 2, getting it ready to go up onto my YouTube channel, and it was the one where they were about the missing brother down in the Dark Roads, because he was with the Grey Wardens, and they were retracing the path to go down into that thing that we found with Bartran and Barrick, and that reminded me. They always wondered in this game, they're wondering where the red lyrium came from that they used for the explosion. Well, the Grey Wardens found it, probably. So what do the Grey Wardens have to do with this? Spirits and demons. When first I summoned her, she was a rose, unwithering, unchanging, and unthorned, a spirit of the purest love one knows, who never hated, coveted, or scorned. A second time I drew her across the veil, and she shared a walk, a dance, a stolen kiss, with such a perfect beauty, pure and pale, no woman can compare, no man resist. Then in my weakness I essayed a third, though master. Then in my weakness I essayed a third, though magisters their warnings did impart. She broke my binding with a single word, and said this smiling as she clutched my heart. Through love I was, your passion's changing life has forged the spirit into cruel desire. Ah, the desire demon. The breach. What does it mean to pierce the veil, that which separates our world from the realm of the dreams and demons? For the average man and woman, it is a frightening thought to consider just how fragile this separation actually is. The veil is not a physical curtain, not a structure limited to a particular place. It is everywhere. It is in their home, in the streets, where they walk, in farmers' fields, as well as remote mountain valleys. At any moment it could be torn to shreds, allowing demons and other horrors to flood into our world like water through a burst dam. Known lore tells us that small rifts can be sealed, but what about a large one? What if some catastrophic magical event created a rift so large and horrific it weakened the integrity of the veil as a whole? Such a breach would threaten our entire world, turning concerns about occasional demonic intrusion into a charming antidote compared to the monsters we would then face. If there is anything to be done, any reason we should look at magic with fear, it is for that possibility more than any other. Last one. Vitar? After extensive study of the Canary specimens you kindly provided, I've come to the conclusion that the painted markings on their face and body are not in fact solely for ceremonial purposes, but provide a practical benefit. Oh, I'm certain there is some cultural significance to the patterns and colors they choose, but the Canary do nothing without purpose. Yes? They call these markings bitar, which in their tongue means poison armor. Is called this because the markings are magical in nature, though they don't believe in magic. Magical in nature and actually harden their skin to an iron-like quality without hindering flexibility. And my analysis says the paint consists largely of poison. It's mixed with something else, blood, perhaps their own. And That neutralizes the poison, but only for one with Canary physiology. Anyone else would perish almost instantly, which reminds me, I'll kindly require another body slave. Oh my god. The process activates the magical qualities of the poison, which provides the protective effects almost in the same manner that lyrium runes do. How this works and whether it can be used for our purposes will require further study. Perhaps some live specimens this time, from a letter written by. Okay. So that explains their markings. I always kind of wondered about that. Alright, so we need to go into the.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
What?
Knight Captain!
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Now there's Roderick.
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
I haven't spoke to Colin yet. Colin?
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave.
Exactly.
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
The proper authority failed. Yep.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murder? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
It's not a rebellion.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay.
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
Yeah, I kind of think that's true too.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
But who killed the Divine?
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
Yep.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
That's true.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
Okay, can we move around a little bit better here?
I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Really? Okay. Come on. Oh, that's outside.
All repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness.
There was a doorway that I didn't get into.
Nave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased in number.
That's the Board Council.
Thank you for your help.
I wish these doors would stay open once we leave.
I no longer talk to dragons.
Okay.
I see.
That's the War Council, which I don't want to do. What's in here? Okay. I think it's a door we couldn't get into before.
If you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia this land for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
I don't like your mask. I know he's from Orlais, and that's the way they all dress. Like, they're like clowns, in my opinion. They're just so bored with life that they have to come up with all this weird shit. The Divine's advisors founded it?
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Leliana or Seeker Penticus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
Maybe just a bit.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
Yeah, you're strange.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Instead of saying can stay, you said might stay.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
They don't interact with each other like they used to. And Dragon Age 2, when they talked, you could see them moving back and forth. Now, I mean, yeah, I don't know. This one just isn't well, I don't know, developed in that aspect.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
I believe this is where... Yeah, turn in research. Okay. That's outside. Can we talk to you again?
Good day to you. What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denrim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail.
Okay.
What may I do for you?
How do you and Leliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Norlay. I believe we actually met in Val Royeaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais.
Yep.
It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but our legions are fond of playful touches.
Mm-hmm. They don't have anything. I just clicked on that. It didn't come up? Okay.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montillier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things.
Yeah.
Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Yeah, which is what I don't trust.
What business are the Montilliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the waking sea.
But not anymore.
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
I'd swear our families have met before.
Perhaps. Everyone of distinction in the Free Marches attends Lady Trevelyan's summer balls.
Great Aunt Lucille always did love a party.
I don't recall seeing you at any of them.
Attend one ball, and you'll fend off invites for a dozen more.
Yep.
That reminds me. The Herald of Andraste has received several invitations from the curious.
No!
To parties. How many am I getting?
Only 17 this month, I'm afraid.
It's been a month already?
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you, well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Okay, that's enough talking for now. Oh, we got something to read over here. The children of Andraste. There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline. There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodlines, monsieur. This is due, I should think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable considering the many cults that arose following her death. Everyone sought to claim Our Lady for their own culture or claimed some aspect of her existence was a lie. All of them complete fabrications. My order has done considerable research to ascertain the truth. We all know Andraste and the betrayer raised 5 children. The eldest 3 were sons. I am not even going to say these names. The rule of what was once Southern Terventure was split among them. One was given the west, what is today Orlais. One was given the east, what is today the Free Marches, and one was given the central Planocene, what is today Navarra. What became of these men and their legacies is the stuff of legend, and the majority of claimants to Andraste's bloodline link back to one of them. None of the three sons, however, were born of Andraste. They were born of the betrayer's concubine, Gilibinian. People choose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from the Alamafarian tribesmen, and that they were barbarics, not the Pereldans we know today. They were savage warriors who took concubines in addition to their wives, and because Andraste was thought to be too weak to bear children, the betrayer took Gilibinia to provide him heirs, which she did. After her death, the sons were raised as Andraste's own. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the betrayer. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry, though both had consorts. One had but one child, who perished on a voyage to Denerin less than a month after her mother fell to plague, and without children of her own. The younger daughter was more controversial, a strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with a mage of Treventer. They went into self-imposed exile as the Exalted March began, and into hiding following Andraste's betrayal and murder. What became of her and her descendants is largely unknown. For one primary reason, she had only daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into other families and took other names, and in the chaos of the Second Blight, all traces of survivors were lost. Andraste's true bloodline, if it exists, lies solely in the descendants of her second daughter, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus, the claims of your young man, monsieur, are highly suspect. Okay, so someone is trying to claim that they are the bloodline, and they are not. Can we speak to you? This is, unlocked researcher. Enemies drop unique. Okay, so, can we speak to you?
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
Okay.
You said you were a mage? No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us.
Yep.
Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in. Along with the Tranquil I was protecting. You said Cassandra has you researching creatures. Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Okay.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion. I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I like studying. I like performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe. Most Circle mages I've met have a different opinion of the Templars. They have not lived my life. I was born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. And I was one more than they could bear. And they gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
Wow. I never knew that about the Dalish, that they were so ruthless like that.
No wonder you'd rather stay in the Circle. You've had more than enough life outdoors. I stumbled into a village, starving and cold a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
Yep, she's definitely one of a kind.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe. Yes. The mages took some of them when my circle rebelled. The rest were forgotten. Most circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves, can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
So, even though they were tranquil against their will, whatever, the mages just totally ignored them.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them. They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back.
They couldn't.
Not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
Well...
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures? I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
So very true.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it? Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Okay. So we'll put it over here on the research. Turn in research.
Thank you.
Quest completed.
Please tell me if you find something.
Okay. Cool. Yep, get to the door. And... oh, there's Mother Giselle. I walked right by her. Hi, Giselle.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Oh, see, and it did that wrong, and I can't move it. Damned if I know.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task such as closing the breach is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
Yeah.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Predecessor, yeah.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of a Divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
Yep, that's true.
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food. While others arrive empty-handed, I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the chant of light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that, I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
We're going to be doing a lot of traveling.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
So, okay, let's try this again with a better person. Can I help with anything? That's what I was trying to get to.
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
So I got a recipe that I can... Okay.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Deliver the herbs to... Oh, okay. Alfred, Blood Lotus. Cool, I've got them. So I just have to take them to the merchant. Alright. And it's over in Oregon, of course. And there's stuff over on the outside. And there's a door here I don't think I've got into yet, over here. And then we're going to go into the war room. But I'm going to do that in the next episode. If you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.